In this video, you place pad foundations with the isolated foundation command. Pad foundations and spread footings can be placed with the isolated foundation command. If required, the pad foundation can be rotated to match the column rotation by pressing the spacebar. It should be noted that if the column changes level or the column moves, the foundation will move with the column. Go ahead and open up Project A. The project opens in the 3D view. In this video, we're going to create some isolated pad foundations along the front of the structure around these circular hollow sectioned columns. Before we place out the isolated pad foundations, we'll first have to take the structural columns down to the correct level. So I'm just going to orbit around the model here, and then I'm going to use a crossing window to make a selection set of the circular hollow sections. In the Properties palette, you'll note here that the base level is currently 0, 0 ground. Let's change this to -0, 1 top of foundation, and you can now see all the columns drop to that new foundation level. To place out the pad foundations, we'll open up the -0, 1 top of foundation plane. In the project browser, go ahead and double click on -0, 1 top of foundation. We can now see our column bases. On the structure ribbon in the foundation panel, you'll note here that we have isolated foundation. Let's go ahead and select Structural Isolated Foundation. And you can now see on the context ribbon, we have the option of loading a family. We can model one of these in place. We can place them down at grids or at columns. So a quick and easy way of placing these down would be to say at columns. I could then make a selection set of my circular hollow sections, and a pad foundation would be placed under each column. First, we're going to create a pad foundation that's 1 meter by 1 meter by 750 thick. To do this, in the Properties palette, we'll go ahead and select Edit Type. In the Type Properties dialog box, let's start by duplicating the current family. For the name, we'll type in 1000 by 1000 by 750, and we'll click OK. And of course here you can now see that we have foundation thickness, so that's going to be 750, the width will be 1000, and the length will be 1000. Let's go ahead and click OK to the Type Properties dialog box, and you can now see we have our new pad foundation ready to be placed. In this example here, we'll place these out using the at columns method on the context ribbon. Let's go ahead and select at columns. We'll make a selection set of the circular hollow sections, and you can now see we're previewing those pad foundations. Now in this example, what I want to do is I want to make sure that the pad foundation is orientated normal to this curved grid. So in this example, I'm just going to press Escape here, and I'm going to place these out manually. Now to start with, if I hover over this location here, I can press the space bar, and you'll notice that the foundation then orientates to the column and the grid. We'll do the same thing here. We'll hover over this position, press the space bar, and then place out the foundation. We'll do the same here, and the same here, and the same over here. Okay, to release the command, we'll select Modify on the context ribbon. And now we'll go into our 3D view just to check the foundation positions. So they're looking good. What we need to do though, of course, is change the material. So we'll select one of our foundations, right mouse click, and we'll select all instances visible in view. In the Properties palette, you can see here we have an instance parameter for the structural material. Again here, we'll just link this to the global parameter. And of course, we'll pick C40 concrete and then click OK. Okay, so you can now see our isolated pad foundations have been placed out on the front of our structure. Okay, let's go ahead and save the model. And that concludes our video.